This is the Oaxis Timepiece, and it's a regular watch that thinks it's a fitness tracker that thinks it's a smartwatch. So is it any good? We've been wearing it to find out. So what actually is the Oaxis Timepiece? Well, it's actually all of those things. It is a regular watch. This is a Swiss movement. There's hands on a face that rotate around to tell you the time. It's a fitness tracker because it counts your steps. And it's a smartwatch because it has a little screen that shows you notifications, your step count, battery life, and the date. So it is really everything all in one, which makes it very tempting, particularly because the price is less than $200, $180 for the larger 41mm version here, and a little bit less for the smaller 38mm version. It's also extremely comfortable. It's a nice rubber strap, and that fits very nicely on our wrist, and we've not found it annoying even when we wear it at night because the Oaxis Timepiece can track our sleep. It's shaped like a regular watch too. It's really slim. This is less than 13mm thick. It's really light. This is a stainless steel body, a glass domed cover over the face, and as we said, this silicone strap on the underneath is a heart rate sensor, which is a bit of a rarity on a hybrid smartwatch such as this. And overall, the design is incredibly minimalist. We think it's very attractive, particularly in this black. It also comes in a silver with a white face. The crown on the side doesn't rotate, but it's a button, and that button activates the screen. So at this stage, you're thinking that the Oaxis Timepiece is, or should be, at the top of your shopping list for a hybrid smartwatch. But we're not finished yet. While we like the minimalist design, we're not so keen on the implementation of the screen into the face. As you can see, it's a round cutout, but the face is oblong. The screen itself doesn't fit properly in that circle, and it's quite frustrating to see. Additionally, the circle cuts off the edges just a tiny bit, making it again look a little bit odd, just like it was a bit of an afterthought. And we're not so keen on that design aspect. There's some other oddments here. For example, we've no idea at all why the 4 p.m. time marker is red and the others aren't. What's the significance of 4 p.m? No idea. Why that's there, don't know. The crown itself doesn't rotate, and it looks a little bit out of place against the rest of the watch. You can see there that it's quite large, and we almost wish that it wasn't there at all. It would be a sleeker watch without it. But these are little niggling things about the design that some people will find perfectly acceptable. The real problems occur when you start to get notifications. Notifications show on this little screen. So as you can see there, we've got 14 Twitter messages that we have not seen. And we've left this purposely so you can see what it's like to get a notification on the timepiece. So here we are. This is how notifications are displayed. You have got snippets of information that you have to continually scroll through using the crown, none of which makes any sense whatsoever. So here's an Instagram one. You can see bits of it scroll occasionally, then we'll go to another screen, they don't. And I don't know what that message is supposed to mean. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. And I could go through these and sort of organise it in my mind as to what it is. That's not so bad when it's a short Instagram message, but as soon as you get into anything like an email or a text message, it just becomes nonsense. Plus, as you saw there are 16 messages for us, and you have to scroll through them all to dismiss them with a press of the button until they've all gone away. There is no clear all button on the Oaxis Timepiece, and it's a severe problem. So once you've dismissed all of the messages in that very irritating manner. You're back to a standard screen that gives you the date and the battery indicator there. You press again, it gives you your step count, it gives you your distance traveled, your calories burned, and your heart rate. The heart rate, that has to be manually activated in the app. There's no way to do it on the watch itself. So if you're out exercising, it's not going to give you a continuous heart rate reading. You have to go into the app and actually make it happen. But to be honest, you're probably not going to be wearing this to do much exercise because it's a very basic fitness tracker. It only counts your steps. It only measures your heart rate when you ask it to. There's no fitness plans, there's no tracking of specific exercises, there's no run plans or gym plans or anything like that. So it is extremely basic. This is not going to be replacing a Fitbit, and it is definitely not on par with something like the Apple Watch or many of the new Google Fit services on a Wear OS watch. So while the heart rate sensor is there, do not think that this is a fully fledged fitness tracker. So is that it? Are we saying that the Oaxis Timepiece is dead in the water and should be utterly ignored? Well, no, not completely, because there are redeeming features here, not least the design, which we do rather like. The battery is also very good. It lasts for approximately 30 days on a single charge, so you're not going to have to charge this continuously. And there is the price, which is lower than expected, less than $200, $180 for the version that you see here. If you're worried about those notifications, they're easily turned off in the app. So you can remove that irritation of getting notifications which are not helpful, and you can turn it off completely. We like the sleep tracking, that works very effectively and it works automatically. You can set up a timer, but you don't have to. You can just wait for the watch to realize you've gone to bed and then start tracking sleep. And also in the morning, it can turn itself off and go into regular tracking mode. These are nice features. However, without the notifications, it does make it quite expensive as a fitness tracker. Then it becomes a very different thing. It's also got a serious amount of competition out there at the moment. There are many hybrid smartwatches that do pretty much everything except the heart rate sensor here. Then you've got devices like the Huawei Watch GT, which does everything that you see here, probably more effectively, has a touchscreen, and also has some very decent battery life for a smartwatch. The same with the Honor Magic Watch, and the same with things like the Nokia Steel HR, which does pretty much everything you see here, but a little bit better because it has a little screen and notifications scroll across so you can read them as they go, and it's a much better way of dealing with things. There's also a separate complication on the face that shows you your step count. The Oaxis Timepiece is an attractive hybrid smartwatch, but what it doesn't do is replace a fitness tracker, and it doesn't replace a smartwatch. That puts it in a bit of a funny position. We like it, but we're not sure we'd ever wear it on a daily basis.